when are you going to get your money from the probate? So if someone's passed away, you're going through the probate process, maybe they had a will, maybe they didn't, but they had money in a bank account, or a piece of real estate was sold, and now the court or the probate, the attorney, someone's holding on to the funds, and you're wondering when you're going to get that money. So probates generally, depending on the case, depending on the complexity and what's all involved, usually last about 6 to 8 months. Now, most of the times, the court is not going to allow the money to be distributed to the heirs, to the beneficiaries, until the very end. They want to make sure that if the person who died had any debts, had any creditors, maybe owed money to hospitals, to credit card companies, student loans, IRS, anything like that, they want to make sure that there's enough money to pay all of those creditors who are entitled to getting paid. Once all of those creditors are paid, there might be attorney's fees that have to get paid. So after everything's come out of that money, whatever's left, whatever you're entitled to, will now get distributed to you. Most likely, depending on the state, the attorney is going to file what's called a petition for distribution, possibly called a petition for distribution and discharge. And what's going to happen in that is the attorney is going to ask that the money be distributed from wherever the money is being held. It's usually held in either the attorney's trust account, it might be held in what's called a restricted bank account or an estate account. And the attorney is going to file a petition for distribution, asking the judge to sign an order, sign a piece of paper saying that the money where it's being held can now be distributed to the beneficiaries. Sometimes it can be distributed a little bit sooner, depending on the circumstances, but most of the time it's going to be towards the very end of the probate. Again, depending on the situation, around that 6 to 8 month mark. There might be reasons where you can ask the court to release the money to you sooner, but most of the time the court's going to want to make sure that all the creditors and everybody was paid first. So if you're waiting for the money, just check and find out if the petition for distribution has been filed, or ask the attorney handling it when they think it will be filed, and then around that time you're going to be able to get your money.